Welcome to Bill's Bridge class, Monday, September 16th, 2013, class 164, entries part 4. Today we're going to cover two hands where you must be optimistic. The only way that you can make a hand is if a particular finesse is on, so assume it to be the case. However, going beyond that, you need to plan for entries necessary to take finesses, possibly multiple finesses. So this is a class also in entries. Here we go.
Find 9 tricks in the following hand. The following hand is a lesson on entry management, but it also teaches a fundamental position that you should take as a declarer. Take the position that if the cards have to be placed in a particular manner for you to make the contract, assume that to be the case. Be optimistic. Nothing was ever won through pessimism. Put on a happy face. Here we go. Here's our first hand. You are south. You are the dealer. Both sides are vulnerable. You open 1 no trump. Your partner bids 3 no trump. Everyone passes. Your left-hand opponent makes the opening lead of the jack of spades, and dummy comes down, playing your play. You're playing in no trump, so you count winners. You have 2 spades, 3 hearts, and 3 diamonds. You need one more trick. Where can you get the 9th trick? You don't have time to set up the club suit because they'll have spades set up before you get clubs set up. So the only chance is in diamonds. The problem with diamonds, of course, is that the suit is blocked. So how's the best way to play this thing? That's the question of this hand. It's clear that you need the ace of spades as an entry for the diamonds. And you only need 3 diamonds. You don't need 4 or 5. You only need 3. Now a hold up in spades is not going to do any good because they can cash clubs as well. There's no reason to hold up. So you win trick 1 in your hand with the king of spades. Now the question is, how do we play the diamonds? There are basically 2 ways that you can play it. Which one is better? If the suit splits 3-3, you're going to make the hand. However you play it, you're going to play the king and the queen of diamonds, you're going to play a spade to the ace, and you're going to cash the ace and they split. 36% of the time that'll win. But it'll only win 36% of the time. Can you make an improvement over the play? Yes, because you have good spots. You're missing the jack and the 10, but you have the 9 and the 8. They're critical. So, cash the king of diamonds, then lead the queen of diamonds and overtake with the ace. This is a better play, and we'll see why. Because 2 chances are better than 1. Let's look at it this way with your current diamond holding. If diamonds split 3-3, or either opponent has the jack or the 10 as a doubleton, you also make the hand because the king and the queen with the ace will drop one of the honors and only one is left. See the next screen to see what happens on this hand. Here is the actual hand. When you play the second diamond and overtake with the ace, he drops the jack of diamonds. That leaves only the 10 outstanding. You now continue leading diamonds, driving out West 10, and you still have the ace of spades as an entry for the 5th diamond. If you had played the king and queen of diamonds first, then over to the spade, it had been too late. Even though you found out the second diamond that the jack of diamonds has fallen, it's too late. You cannot lead a 3rd diamond until you waste the only entry you have, the ace of spades. So the play that you made gave you 2 chances, and this was a second chance, which ended up being the winning play. you make the hand. Hand 2 is similar to hand 1, at least in one aspect. Optimism is a blessing at bridge. If a card must be in a particular hand for you to make your contract, assume it to be so. You did that in the last hand. But, even assuming that the card is placed favorably, you can plan for it and assume the worst and play for it nonetheless. Let's see what I mean. For second hand, assume the best, but plan for the worst. You are south, that is your hand. You are the dealer. Both sides are vulnerable. You open a spade. Left-hand opponent overcalls 2 clubs. Your partner raises 2 spades. East continues with 3 clubs. You bid 4 spades and I'll pass. The opening lead is the ace of clubs, and dummy comes down. Plan your play. You're in a trump contract, so you count your losers first. You have 1 diamond and 2 club tricks, and there's no real way to get out of those. There's no way to pitch them. No, even if the opponents misplay on the defense, there's nothing to get rid of. You can't get rid of it because you got hearts in both hands. There's no legal way to avoid those. So you have to avoid the heart loser, which means you have to assume that East has a king of hearts. Well, let's assume that. We're the optimists. But East might hold king fourth, which means you might need to take repeated finesses against East. Therefore, plan that way. Well, here's the hand. And West cashes the ace-king of clubs. Then he leads a diamond. Your queen goes to dummy's ace. East returns a diamond to dummy's king of diamonds. Now south. You need to plan for repeated heart finesses. You're in. While you're in dummy, good time to try your finesse. It has to be on, so play a heart to your queen. It holds. It looks like the king of hearts is with East. That's good. Now you play the ace-king of trump, and you need a 3rd spade to dummy's queen at trick 8. Now, in dummy, again, you lead the 10 of hearts as West shows out, so you know East has 4. You play your 9 of hearts. Good play. Here is the hand. Declare now leads another heart. The game is over. You have a 3rd finesse against East King. Key points to remember on this hand. 1. Assume king of hearts is onside, because if it's not, you can't make the contract anyway, so assume it's on. And number 2, plan for repeated heart finesses by taking advantage each time you're in the dummy by taking that finesse, and leading the 10 of hearts to remain in the dummy for even the 3rd finesse. Plan, 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 and use entries for every possible reason.
Time and again, entries are critical in the play of the hand. It's so critical that, in fact, tomorrow we're going to have 2 more hands on the use of entries. It's a very critical subject. See you tomorrow.